Hey guys, Jason here, Samco Workshop. Today we're talking about what do bigger tires do to your miles per gallon. Simple stuff to kind of figure out. In every vehicle I've owned for the last 20 something years, I've always went with the biggest, I've always put bigger tires on them. So if we look at that here, we got 35s on a Jeep Rubicon right here, okay? And here we have another one. Now these are used, but here we have another one with stock 33s on here. Okay, so if we're looking at these two and comparing it, what is the differences we're gonna get MPG wise? So between these two, we're basically going up 2 inches taller tire for this one over what this one is. And that's 1 inch more ground clearance, which is why people want to do it. It's a great thing, don't get me wrong. But when you talk about the differences in going up, you're talking about more actual weight on the wheel that's spinning weight, rotational weight on each of the four corners. And then on top of that, you have more rolling resistance because of the tire. And so basically what you're going to do, you're going to see overall when you do, especially if you recalibrate your speedometer, you're going to see about a 1 to 2 mile difference depending on what tires you put on there and how you do it. Now I've done them where I went to a E-rated from a standard passenger tire, like on my F-150s, from standard passenger tire to a E-rated tire. And again, it's the same thing. It's about a 1 to 2 miles per gallon, but you want to pay attention to the weight of the tire and the size. Now, it also will affect your gearing on there also. Now, this one being a Rubicon, it can handle the 35s pretty well without any issues as far as gearing. But had you put these 35s on a Sport, okay, which see the Rubicon comes with 33s. These are both 33s straight from the factory. Here's a Sport model, and it comes with 32s or 31s. If you were to put those big 35s that you see right there and put them on this with the gearing in here, you will notice a tremendous difference of power loss and everything there too. So you want to keep all of that kind of stuff in mind. But technically, as far as the your MPGs, which is what this short little video is about, figure about 1 to 2 miles per gallon for the most part is what you're going to get. And but it also has to do with the fact that your valances and stuff on the front don't work the same anymore. Now that's not really an issue on a Jeep, but when you look at a lot of other vehicles, like here we went up 1 inch taller and 1/2 inch wider on this one over what was stock, and we noticed about 1 mile per gallon difference is what we got out of this. But when we start looking at the valances and everything underneath these vehicles that are on there to help these things gain gas mileage numbers, okay, like this valance that's underneath here, we see right here. And look at, remember, you guys seen how big the crazy one is that's on the new Tacoma. But those valances that are on here, they are designed to keep gas mileage up, keep your MPG up, your ratings up, is what they do by blocking the wind. And as you put bigger tires on there, you change that dynamics, you lift the vehicle up higher, you're getting more airflow through there. That also hurts your MPGs here. You can see it real good on the gray one. Okay, but it is all about vacuum and what's happening underneath the vehicle too that does change when you increase tire size. If you put a 1 inch taller tire on, it's not going to matter as much because you're only increasing that ground clearance by 1/2 inch. You put a 2 inch taller tire on it, now you're talking about going up, going up a full inch. There's some of that stuff that matters. But any way you cut it, over every vehicle I have owned, the rule of thumb basically is that when you go to a bigger tire, now if you're lifting and doing things where you're going to go drastic, like from a 33 to a 37 or a 40, different ball game. But for most parts, going up 1, 2, or 3 tire sizes, what you basically can expect is about an MPG loss of 1 to 2 miles per gallon, depending on whether you go E-rated or what you're doing. But figure on about 1 to 2 miles per gallon is what you can expect with it. So short little video just to give you some perspective. Because it's the #1 question people ask when they start looking at tires. There are so many little variables that come into play, and each vehicle is specific and different, but realistically, 1 to 2 miles per gallon. That's about what I would recommend. I would say you're going to hit. If you go real extreme and real aggressive and much bigger, and you're going to put, you're going to go oversized and you're going to be E-rated, you're going to be about 2 miles per gallon. Going simple, C-rated like we've done on here, 1 inch taller, you're looking at about 1 mile per gallon. So there you go. Thanks for watching.